I'm back with another coin video, foreign coins today. This is going to be kind of an odds and ends video of coins that I bought a couple of things from this dealer, a couple of things from another dealer, but not too much from one dealer where they all deserve to be in one video. So let's just kind of dump all this out on the table here. And we're going to start, there was one dealer, I didn't buy anything else from him except for this right here. He had 5 of them. And I guess they're all about the same. And so I had this coin already, but I thought it would make a good trade piece. And this is going to be a coin from Belarus. Actually, if I hold it this way, we can see both sides of it. So these were minted in 2009. It's a 1 Quebec KM 561. I couldn't tell you why he had these. He didn't really have any other foreign coins, but he had several of these in flips, which just seems kind of strange. There's probably a story there, but I didn't want to ask. So even though these were minted in 2009, they were not actually issued until 2016. And so, yeah, you just don't see coins from Belarus all that often, just like a lot of the coins from some of the smaller former Soviet Union countries. And so I decided to pick those up and add them to my trade pile. Next up, we're going to look at 6 coins that I bought from a dealer. I bought a lot from this dealer in the past, but he didn't have as much today in his 6 for $1 bin. But these 6 coins were ones that I thought would, again, make decent trade pieces. I did buy a lot of bulk coins from this guy. He also sells a lot of tokens, so he focuses on foreign and tokens at United States coin shows. We're going to start with this coin. I've had plenty of these, but I usually find them in just incredibly grungy condition. This is going to be from Rwanda. It's made out of aluminum. It's the 1 franc. And I usually find both the 1 and the 2 franc all the time in much, much worse condition than this one. But I checked. It's not an upgrade for my collection. I was kind of hoping it would, but it was not. Next, we're going to move to... We're going to go to Namibia. One of the first coins produced there. This one's from 1996. It's going to be a $1 coin. The bird here is a Bantalore eagle, and it's in front of a part of a stylized sun. There are going to be reading varieties of this. This one is the fine variety. There's also a coarse variety version that can also be found. Also, I noted that each year the dates have a different look to them. So sometimes they're more spread out, sometimes they're taller. So I don't think that actually makes them varieties or would appear in the catalog with different numbers. That's just something to note on that. Here's another coin that is also a $1 coin. This one's going to be from Hong Kong. And I think this is Hong Kong's first $1 coin. So it has the portrait of Queen Elizabeth. This one has, a lot of Hong Kong coins have this intricate security reading. I always call it, it's the Oreo cookie of readings here, where it's got kind of a groove down the middle with its own dots and dashes to it, and even smooth areas. But the larger version of the $1 coin didn't last for too long. This one is from 1960. This was made at the Heaton Mint, but this one is from, there's a KN mint mark right here. So this one's from the King's Norton Mint. Right there. The Heaton Mint had an error version of this coin without the security reading on it. That's one thing to look out for. We'll next move to Venezuela at a time when they were experiencing their hyperinflation. So, like most Venezuelan coins, we have Simon Bolivar on this side. It is kind of a larger coin, although it is a little bit got some kind of goo on it of some kind. This one is going to be the 500 Bolivares. This one is made in 1999. It's KM 79.2. And it's the 0.2 because it's the smaller portrait version of this coin. So up through 98, it was the portrait on here was a little bit larger. Next, I picked up two of this coin from Uganda. So I'll show both sides at once. Both of them are even from the same year, 2003. This is one of those coins that even though it's newer than most, I almost always find it in well-worn condition. So we went from a 500 bolivars to a 500 shillings. On this side we have their crest. And this one features the head of the, let's see, it's called the gray-crowned crane. So this coin was started to be minted in 1998. It's minted as recently as 2022 by the Royal Canadian Mint in Winnipeg, Canada. The next two coins come from a local Tennessee dealer. I believe it's called the Clarksville Coin Store. They have large bins of foreign coins, but they're $1 each. And so I usually don't want to go through dollar bin coins if there are other people that have 4 or 5 for $1, and in many cases it's the same kind of coins. But I did find two that I thought were worth it to me. This first one's going to be from the Gambia. This is a 1-year coin from 1971 featuring Dawda Jawara. And this one is the 25 Batuts, featuring the oil palm tree. This one's KM11. And then the next coin from this dealer is, this one's going to be from Egypt. This one is a 5 piastres. Some people write it as 5 kirsch. The U.S. or the Gregorian date on here is 1975. Arabic date 1395. It's KM 447. And specifically, this one celebrates the International Women's Year of 1975. On that, we have a piece of wheat on the left, but more famously for Egyptian coins, we have Queen Nefertiti. This coin is copper nickel, but part of the series, there was a second coin in the series that featured is a smaller aluminum bronze coin, which is 5 millimes, that has a very similar design on it with Queen Nefertiti looking to the right. There's also a rare mistake coin of this where it has this side, but it has a date of 1976 on the reverse. So that would list it as a mule in the catalog. So another dealer that I buy from occasionally. I only got one coin from him this time, but it's a nice one. This one is from Somalia. It's a 50 shilling coin. Has a monkey on it. Their currency is spelled in 2 different languages. It's the shilling and the scalini. So it's a 50 shilling coin from 2002. KM 111. Specifically, it is a mandrill monkey. And so if you've seen lots of primates before, this is the one that has the very colorful blue stripes on its nose and a lot of red at the end of the nose. So a very colorful face on this monkey. And then again, it has 50 shillings in Scalini on the back with the crest of the Republic of Somalia on the back. This is not the last coin of the video, but it probably is the best. We have this coin from South Africa, which is a chunky piece of silver. So this one is essentially a crown-size coin or a dollar-size coin. In fact, it might be slightly bigger than that. And it's not even a full rand. It's a half of a rand, a 50-cent coin from 1963. Never seen this before. Not quite brilliant uncirculated, but this was really nice. And I bought it for spot. I paid $10 for this coin, so even has $10 written on the flip. The animal featured here continued on for the rand for a long time. It's a springbok. Flip this one over. Has the South African motto of unity is strength. Features Jan van Riebeck, who appears on a lot of the South African coins. So it is a chunky piece of silver, but it is only 50% silver. But still, that is 0.4546 ounces of silver on this coin. So the day I bought this coin, that would have been $10 worth of silver. Silver was $22 an ounce. I looked it up today, and the spot price on this coin is $12.39. It says silver has gone up in price about $5 an ounce since between the day I bought this and the day I'm recording this. For the fun of it, I looked up the catalog value of this coin is $20. A little bit dirty on the edge especially, but the 1 rand coin is also as large as this one at this time, but they also made that one out of 90% silver instead of 50%. So I think this is a beautiful coin. I can't help but stare at it under the light. Look at it shine. Wish it wasn't quite as corroded, but to get something like this at spot price, I think is really good. And I am going to have to get it out of this. This is one of those old school PVC flips that I'm going to have to rescue it out of here. They did make this for several years. 1963 is actually the most common date of the series. They made 143,000 of them. It is KM62. So recently, I've uploaded other videos of things that I bought from one of my favorite dealers, Ken, where I spent $100. I turned that into 6 videos, and still there's more. It was kind of hard to figure out where to exactly put this one. So I need to zoom out even more on here. So I am a one of every type collector. I do not try to fill up coin albums like this one. And so I don't even really know why I bought it. He had a price of $4 on it. Kept asking everyone who walked by if they wanted it. No one wanted it. And I said, I'll give you $1 for it. And since I'd already spent $100 at his table, or this made it $100 to just give this to me for $1. But yeah, I don't know if I even own any Whitman folders, that at least not that I have purchased. So it is a selection of small Canadian cents. Up until 1919, George V was on the Canadian cent, but it was the larger cent up to that point, starting with Victoria. There's more hiding behind the flap here. If you want to read the discussion on this side, the last date written in here is 1957, so that's probably about the time that this was made. There's a copyright of 1950 on here. It had to have been made at least after 1956 for them to know the mintage totals up through 1956. And so it says all Canadian small cents were struck at the Royal Canadian Mint in Ottawa. So the 36 cents with a tiny dot beneath the date were actually struck in 1937 during the reign of George VI, before the new dies were ready. And then, so let's pause and take a look at that in the catalog here. So that's what's going on here, and I don't know if you actually see this often in other Whitman folders where they're just going to assume you don't have it, but if you do have it, you're going to punch it out the hole right here. So best I can tell, it's true. My catalog says 627,000 of these were produced, but apparently never actually released into circulation, because my catalog also says there are only 3 known to exist. And at least at the time that the catalog was written, it said one in gem uncirculated condition had sold in auction for $121,000. And so I'm thinking, if I had a $121,000 coin, I'm probably not putting it in this Whitman folder. Just a thought, maybe I would find a better way of protecting it than in here. So I just think that's kind of funny. Let me go back to some more of the notes here. The 1947 cents with a small maple leaf after the date were struck actually in 1948. And all 48 coins bear a new verse inscription which omits the designation as the British monarch as being also the Emperor of India. So let's go back to the 47. So in this case, they didn't have, we'll zoom in on a few of them here. Let's zoom in like this so we can still get some light. So this is the 47 with a maple leaf. The maple leaf is right at the end of the number 7. So you check all the other ones on here, that maple leaf is missing. So it's funny how they had practically everything on this page other than the 47 missing the maple leaf. There's so similar large numbers of these, there's really no difference in price. It's just something worth noting that the 47 there has the maple leaf. And then, unfortunately, all these were put in upside down. You can't see it, but 48 through 52, George the Sixth is noted as not being the Emperor of India. And as we go back to the George V here on the left, some of these can be kind of valuable. And so, looking up the book value on here, 1930 is the key date of all the ones that actually exist in here. Only 2 million of these exist. And so this one has a book value of $450 as a key date. So that's more than the guy was asking for the entire album. So everything on this page is KM32. Everything on the George VI page up until the maple leaf, so everything above this, is KM41. So that ran from, KM32, which ran from 37 to 47. 1948 through 52 is KM41. We'll flip over to, there is the Queen Elizabeth page on here, and then we've got the, from 1953 to 1964 is KM49 with the first portrait of Queen Elizabeth. And then, for good measure, we've got a couple other portraits in here, and then here is the bicentennial cent, where they changed, instead of a maple leaf, they changed the obverse to every coin that year to a different animal, and for this one they have a dove in flight. So that is the 100th anniversary of the founding of this Canadian Confederation. So whoever loved this folder in the past had written all that on here. So I added up the catalog value of everything that was in this folder, and The book value of all the Canadian cents shown here is $18. So here's kind of a little ad for other Whitman folders that were made at that time. And nothing on the back, so need some pretty good tape to hold that in place. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if I'm just going to let it sit and collect dust on my shelf, or if I'm going to sell it, or if I'm going to kind of try to complete it. There were some other dates on here, especially this top row. So if you know, if this one costs $4.50, then these were fewer than 2 million were made. That one also. Real key dates. Yeah, I'm not sure that I want to pay 20 or 30 bucks just to fill, you know, these 6 on here. And so there's a chance maybe I'll just throw it in one of my eBay listings someday. Someone else might try and have fun with this. There's the Whitman catalog number 9062. All right, so that kind of completes everything that I purchased from one show. All the other dealers here. So future coin videos coming up in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye.